Well, I guessing it'd be about time to get this warmed up and going. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Oh, now, how be this get to working again?
Press the button.
Which
no,
button?
No, not that one.
Not this
the
one.
left.
That one.
No, your other left.
This other one.
Oh,
Which one are you talking about?
I meant the right. No,
What-
but
what
not
are you-
that big red one.
The-
The
this
other
way.
red button.
Not-
Just not the big, happy, shiny one.
You mean the one I just pushed?
Yes, for crying out
Oh,
loud. You don't
right.
know what you're doing.
I
That's
know
a
perfectly well what I'm doing.
Not that button. Oh,
I-
for crying out loud. You just sit here on your patootie. You play
Well,
with your buttons. I go make coffee.
You do that, but don't slam the door. Aye. What more can be said than it seems that it has been a week? You know what I mean. Some weeks seem longer than others. Others they seem to fly by. But this week was neither long nor short. It was a week. And with that, let's go on to some more interesting notes of persuasion, I guess you might be calling it. Well, let's go right into Leroy Pullins. I'm a nut. Right here on the captain's quarters. Welcome back, me matey. Welcome back. And hang on to your short hairs, for we've got a wild ride before us.
I'm a nut, my life don't ever get in a rut. The head on my shoulders is sort of loose, and I ain't got sense God gave a goose. Lord, I ain't crazy, but I'm a nut. Is it wetter underwater if you're there when it rains? Is it shorter to New York than it is by plane? Between myself and I wonder who's the dumber. Is it hotter down south than it is in the summer? I'm a nut, my life don't ever get in a rut. The head on my shoulders is sort of loose, and I ain't got sense God gave a goose. Lord, I ain't crazy, but I'm a nut. I drove my Cadillac to Vegas to satisfy my lust. Wheel and deal and left old Vegas on a Greyhound bus. I sure didn't set the woods on fire while I was there, but remember only forest fires prevent bears. I'm a nut, my life don't ever get in a rut. The head on my shoulders is sort of loose, and I ain't got sense God gave a goose. Lord, I ain't crazy, but I'm a nut. The poverty war will be over when I begin to fight. If it took a dime to go around the world, I couldn't get out of sight. I don't mind to take the girls out if they don't mind to go Dutch. Makes me feel like $1 million, and I bet I ain't worth half that much. I'm a nut, my life don't ever get in a rut. The head on my shoulders is sort of loose, and I ain't got sense God gave a goose. Lord, I ain't crazy, but I'm a nut.
Oh, crazy man, I'm a nut. Oh, lordy, 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 I'm crazy. I'm a nut.
Hello?
Is this 418-9749?
Speaking.
Sarah?
Yeah.
Sarah Jockman, how's by you? How's by you? How's by you the family? How's your sister Emily?
She's nice too.
She's nice too.
Jerry Bachman, so what's new? So what's new?
What you doing, Sarah?
Reading John O'Hara.
He's nice too.
He's nice too.
Sarah Jockman, how's by you? How's by you? How's your brother Bernie?
He's a big attorney.
How's your sister Doris?
Still with William Morris.
How's your cousin Shirley?
She got married early.
How's her daughter Esther?
Skipped a whole semester.
How's your brother Bentley?
Feeling better mentally.
How's your cousin Ida?
She's a freedom rider.
What's with Uncle Sidney?
They took out a kidney.
How's your sister Norma?
She's a nonconformer.
How's your cousin Lena?
Moved to Pasadena.
How's your Uncle Nathan?
Him I got no faith in.
I ain't heard from Sonia.
I'll get her to phone ya.
How's her daughter Rita?
A regular Lolita.
How's your cousin Manny?
Signed up with Victani.
How's your nephew Seymour?
Seymour joined the Peace Corps.
He's nice too. He's nice too. Sarah Jackman, Sarah Jackman. How's
Jerry
by you?
Bachman,
How's
Jerry
by you?
Bachman,
Give
so
regards to
much
High
new,
now.
so
Gotta say
much
goodbye
new.
now.
Give regards to Mo now. Well, I gotta go now. Toodaloo, toodaloo, toodaloo.
There he, Helen Sherman's Sarah Jackman, Sarah Jackman. Now, let us be headed straight to a convention. A Shriners Convention. It's Ray Stevens with Shriners Convention right here on the Captain's Quarters.
Yeah, they're counting down Main Street, drums are flailing and sirens are wailing, what a roar. Bands are playing, flags are waving, vanguards and motorcycle corps. Clowns are reclining to the crowd and pinching every pretty girl who dares to smile. It's a glorious mess, everybody wears a fez, the parade stretches out for a mile. It's a typical American phenomenon where all the members have a fine old time. It's the 43rd Annual Convention of the Grand Mystic Royal Order of the Nobles of the Alibaba Temple of the Shrine. Hello, operator. Give me room 321, please. Thank you. Hello, Noble Lumpkin. This here is the Luster's Potentate. I said it's the Luster's Potentate. The Luster's Coy, Dad, blame it, this Bubba. God, why wasn't you at the parade? What? Well, how'd you get that big Harley up there in your room? What? I can't hear you, Coy. Quit revving it up, son. Turn it off. Listen, I just want you to know one thing. You have embarrassed us all, the whole Hey Hira delegation. Now, I'll see you at the banquet tonight, son, and you be there, Coy. You hear me? Black tie, 7 o'clock. Be there. And, Coy, don't answer the phone. Udden. Well, it was all arranged by the Ladies' Auxiliary in the downtown convention hall. Cold roast beef, string beans, mashed potatoes, and 9 boring speeches in all. And all the tables looked fine with the Mogan David wine and chrysanthemums on each side. And the Hey Hira leaders in the rented tuxedos made the local heart swell with pride. It's a typical American phenomenon where all the members have a fine old time. It's the 43rd Annual Convention of the Grand Mystic Royal Order of the Nobles of the Alibaba Temple of the Shrine. Operator, 321, please. Thank you. Hello, Coy. What are you doing? What do you mean, who is this? This is Bubba. Why wasn't you at the banquet? What do you mean all you had to wear was a Hawaiian Flaherty shirt? Well, you may think you're fooling some people, but I know what's going on. Yeah, and everybody's seen the little redhead. That's right, everybody. Why, she come running right through the dinner right in the middle of the pineapple sherbet. Didn't have nothing on but your fez, Coy. Coy, you the only one's got a fez with a propeller on top. Yeah, and she's yelling out the secret code too, Coy. Dad, blame it, we're going to have to change it now. Coy, we're going to have a special meeting when we get back to Hey Hira about your conduct at this here convention. Embarrassing. Now, Coy, you be at the secret conclave tonight, you hear me? And Coy, keep it a secret. Well, it was a secret meeting in the dead of the night with mysterious sanctimony, in accordance with prescribed rituals of time-honored ceremony. Matters of grave concern were weighed with dedicated caution, like whether or not to raise it, stood or draw or spit in the ocean. It's a typical American phenomenon where all the members have a fine old time. It's the 43rd Annual Convention of the Grand Mystic Royal Order of the Nobles of the Alibaba Temple of the Shrine. Operator, room 320. How'd you know? Oh, hello, Coy. Where have you been? No, you wasn't at the meeting. Well, I found out that at 3 o'clock this morning you was out there and you Fruit of the Looms in the motel swimming pool with a bunch of them waitresses from the cocktail lounge. I just hope your mama don't find out about this, Coy. What? Well, how'd you get that big motorcycle up there on the high dive, Coy? Now, Coy, Dad, blame it, that ain't no way to act. We supposed to be pillars of the community. When we get back to Hayhira, you can just turn in your ring and your tie tag, cause Coy, you are out of the shrine. You gonna be blackballed, boy. That's right. You might even have to pack your bags and leave town. What do you mean you might join the Hell's Angels? Coy, don't you hang up on me. Hello, hello. Don't you crank that motorcycle. Who's that giggling in the background, Coy? Hello, hello. Operator, yeah, we's cut off. Room 321. Yeah, blame it. Coy, you don't hang up on the lustrous potentate. I said the lustrous potentate. This is Bubba. Bubba. Coy.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. An ant crawls at a rate of 1 foot per minute on a rubber band. The band is 1 yard long and stretched at a rate of 1 yard per minute. If the ant begins at one end of the band, will it ever reach the other end?
If so, how long will it take the ant? Will it make it if the band has a 2-yard lead?
Billy goes to school with 15 quarters in each hand. When Biff pays for his lunch and then another third pays for a field trip. Billy saves half of the rest but then gives the other half away to his only friend.
How much did Billy save? And if he makes more friends tomorrow, how much more will he need?
A train leaves from Chicago, traveling south at 10 miles an hour. Another train heads north at twice the speed, 50 miles away. If the trains both leave at noon, then at what time and at what place will the trains collide?
Extra credit, tell how far each train ran. Give your answer in miles to the nearest tenth.
Is throwing 16 feet per second from a water tower. The tower was perpendicular to the ground and 96 feet high. Find the height of the ball after half a second. What's the speed of the ball when the ground breaks its stride?
How long will it take the ball to fall? How deep in the ground will it make a dent?
A plus C equals D minus A. A plus C equals D minus A. A plus C equals D minus A. To A plus C equals D. How many roads must a man walk down before his journey is complete? Given that he wants to walk 27 miles. And each road that he walks is 4,000 feet. Please round your answer to the nearest tenth and show all your work on a separate sheet. The answer, my friend, is 17.4. The answer is 17.4 roads.
For that there be Ookla the Mock with math. Before that, as I had mentioned before, had there be Ray Stevens with Shriners Convention. Remember, that was a while back, so it'd be your grandpapa or your parents that were acting like the special peoples there at the Shriners Convention. Think about it. Oh, sweet, loving faces that you know so well. They were the ones up on the high dive with the Harley going, hey, here's a secret code, and all she had on was a fez. Think about that, your grandma running through with nothing more than a fez. And on that note, it's a flight of the Concords with father and son.
Hey, Dad.
Yes, son.
I thought today was a lot of fun.
Hey, son.
Yes, Dad.
Today was the funnest day your dad ever had.
Building castles in the sand.
Just you and I.
Driving around in the car.
I even let you drive.
Eating dinner from a can.
Dad's tuna candlelight.
Just a guy and his little guy.
Son, I know it's hard to see your daddy cry. It's been tough on us both since your mama died. But we're gonna get through this, little guy. Remember, we're a family, just you and I.
You know very well Dad, Mama didn't die. She just hooked up with another guy. His name's Trevor, and now they live together. That's where you pick me up on Friday nights. Don't you wonder where I go?
You always go for a while.
You never ask me where I am.
Don't wanna cramp your style.
When I see you on weekends,
You always make me smile, and that's the smile of my little guy.
Hey Dad, can I sit on your knee? Got questions about this world that are troubling me.
Tell me every question that you have for me, and tell me, does your mama ever mention me?
Dad, when I grow up, what will I do? Can I be a fireman or work in a zoo?
Well, you can do anything that you choose. The world is at the feet for a kid like you.
I'd like to live on the moon, or maybe live on a star. Or will I be like you, Dad, and live in the car?
If you live on a star, you'll burn up to ash. And where you spend your nights is dependent on cash.
When I fall in love, will live me forever? Or will she leave me one day like Mom did for Trevor?
Well, you just never know how love will end, but never ever introduce her to your handsome friend.
Just a boy and his dad. Hanging out together.
Since your mama ran away,
No, she didn't run away.
been thinking about your broken little heart every day.
Dad, she's living in our old place.
But you don't need to feel so sad,
I'm not sad
because you still got Dad.
And another even cooler Dad.
Since your mama ran away and passed away.
Mom, wish she did it years
Been
ago.
thinking about your broken little heart every day.
And Dad, she calls you and I
Need to feel so sad, because I've still got you, Dad.
and Trevor bought me a brand new bike.
She saw her love away.
Trevor lets me do anything I
Thinking about my broken little heart every day.
I can eat ice cream on weekdays.
But you know what makes me feel so glad?
Sad.
I'm still your dad. I'm still your biological dad.
Hey Dad, can I sit on your knee? Got Questions about this world that are troubling me.
No, son, you can't sit on my knee. You're too big now. You're 33. You'll always be my little guy, but you're 33.
We'll be cutting to commercial right now. For the very fact is, it isn't that we have to pay the light bill. We have plenty of light. The problem is, we have to have some gunpowder for which to light.
The prettiest, yes, the prettiest heads in town are turning to Shasta for a hot cream shampoo. When lanolin-enriched Shasta meets hot water, hundreds of tiny cells explode into hot lanolin lather that cleans and lusters hair as it blends with your own natural oils to give you a caressing hot cream shampoo. As an extra treat, Shasta's lanolin lather is rich enough for a deep scalp treatment. After a vigorous massage, wrap head in hot towel for 2 minutes before final rinse. Feels like a $3.50 hot cream treatment, costs only 9 cents. Hair looks brighter, feels softer, and will stay its behaving best for days to come when you have a hot cream shampoo with Shasta cream shampoo.
Let's be a stopping into BC's restaurant and see what Mike be a cooking up.
But I's brought us some raw squid and salami sandwiches so we could his picnic.
Oh, that's nice. But I wanted to treat you to a nice meal.
I'll save these for later.
Aye, let's be fetching in.
Oh, this is
Aye,
nice.
that'd be. And it looks like an old-fashioned diner at that.
And looks at this menu. It looks so good. They got the wings, the subs, and salads. I think I get a BC big plate. Let's see. It comes with the cheeseburger, the hot dog, the fries, the cheese sauce, the meat sauce, and the coleslaw. Better mix that too. What are you having, my little pumpernickel?
I think I'll be having a double dog special. Oh, goody. It'd be a coming with chips and a drink too. Ha ha ha.
BC's Restaurant, 238 Oakwood Avenue, Elmira Heights. They have indoor, outdoor, and takeout available. 607-735-2166. And they're open from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday.
Excuse me. Well, you caught me sharpening me sword. I wasn't paying attention. And we're back. We're back with more great stuff. Let's see. We're nice and sharpened up here. So let's pack on with the show. So let's see. Where do we? Oh, here we be. A little George Carlin with Fussy Eater. We'll cut right to the quick with this one. It's good, sharp wit. Like me sword jokes.
When I was a kid, I was known as a fussy eater. Fussy eater! That's what they called it in my house. He's a fussy eater. Fussy eater is a euphemism for big pain in the ass. I would say, I don't like that. Why? They wanted reasons. Well, you don't always have a reason. I don't know. I know I don't like it. And I know that if I ate it, I would like it even less. You like it? You eat it. Then they would try to corner me with logic. How do you know you don't like it if you've never even tried it? It came to me in a dream. There were some things I didn't like because of the way they sounded. I just didn't like the name of it. Imagine that. I got away with that for 1.5 years. Don't sound right to me, Ma. Say that again? I don't like that. To this day, there are some things I can't eat because I don't like the way they sound. I still cannot eat yogurt. I can't eat anything with a Y and a G in it. Squash. You want some squash? No! Sounds like somebody sat on dinner, you know? How about some wheat germ? Germ? Horseradish. Ah! Eggplant. Well, what is it, an egg or a plant? Tell it to make up its mind and come on back. Something I don't like the sound of, succotash. What'd you call me, you... Look out, hey, be cool, be cool. It's lima beans and corn, man. You know something else doesn't sound very right? Head cheese. I can't even look at the sign. I'll be down near the bologna. You look at it. Then there are some things that sound too funny to eat. Some things are too humorous to swallow. Guacamole. That sounds like something you yell when you're on fire. Guacamole! Well, sounds like something you can't remember the name of.
Where's that little guacamole I had here?
Something else sounds too funny to eat. Garbanzo beans. I mean, that's the first 4 letters of the word garbage in there. Hey, did you take out the garbanzo beans? And, of course, the funniest food, kumquats. I don't even bring them home anymore. I sit there laughing and they go to waste. Then I began to realize there were some things I didn't like because of the way they looked. That's a little more rational. The family was glad I had arrived at this new plateau. I don't like that. That don't look right to me. Did you make that, Ma? Is there a picture of it in the cookbook? I bet it don't look like that. Some things, let's face it, just don't look right, you know? Of course, there are some people who eat anything. I understand that. That's the other end of the spectrum. Some guys eat anything. So those guys in the Air Force,
I'll eat anything. What do you got? What is it? Never mind. Just give me some.
it's rat's Don.
Well, it sure makes a hell of a fondue.
Not me, folks. I don't eat anything I don't recognize immediately. If I've got to ask questions, I pass, you know. I'm not here to make inquiries. I come here to damn eat. Now, give me something I recognize, like a carrot. I can trust a carrot. Certain things don't look right. You ever been going down the buffet line and suddenly here's a big pile of yellow shit? Something you ain't never seen before. I don't know what it is. I'm not going to ask either. But I am going to look at it. Because other people are eating of it. And I've noticed the average pile of yellow on the buffet has about 5 ingredients in it. But they're all yellow. That means 4 of them gave up. Now then, there are some things I don't like the looks of, even though I know what they are. Sliced tomatoes. I just don't care for the way they look. Looks like a little pink bicycle tire, you know? Well, I don't eat bicycle tires. Why should I eat a little pink one? The real trouble with tomatoes, sliced tomatoes especially, is that they don't look like they're finished developing yet. You know, looks like they're still in the larva stage. There's thousands of seeds in there and a whole bunch of jelly-looking stuff. It's like that stuff at the end of an egg. Get it off my plate. It's slimy. And I know it's not the end of an egg. It's the beginning of a chicken. Ah! Oh, I'm fun in the coffee shop. Lobsters and crabs, they don't look like food to me either. Anything that's crawling toward me sideways with big pinchers, you know, hey, that don't make me hungry. In fact, my instinct is step on that step on that big thing before he gets to the children. They look like they mean business. Frog's legs. I can never order them. I keep wondering, what did they do with the rest of the frog? What do they do? Do they give them little dollies and send them back out onto the street to beg? You know, try to return them to a normal life. The trouble is, the Dollies for Froggies program is underfunded. Boy, they're doing something with them. You never see it on the menu. Frog torso. And oysters. I cannot eat oysters or clams, not for the reason you mentioned, which is, ugh, but because when I look at an oyster, I think, hey, somebody lives in there. That's somebody's little house. I'm not going to break in on somebody just to eat them. Come on. We've got laws against that. That's breaking and eating, I believe. Don't get me wrong, if an oyster slips and falls out of his shell, I'll eat that mother in a minute. I got no mercy on a clumsy mollusk. But I'm not going in after somebody. Hey, he might be making a pearl. He might have just brought home a Heathkit and cleaned off the tabletop. Not my job to mess with an oyster's dreams.
Trekking across the universe.
On the Starship Enterprise, under Captain Kirk.
Star trekking across the universe.
Slowly going forward, 'cause we can't find reverse.
Lieutenant, report.
There's Klingons on the starboard bow, starboard bow, starboard bow. There's Klingons on the starboard bow, Jim.
It's life, Jim, but not as we know it, not as we know it, not as we know it. It's life, Jim, but not as we know it, not as we know it, Captain.
There's Klingons on the starboard bow, starboard bow, starboard bow. There's Klingons on the starboard bow, Jim.
Star trekking across the universe.
On the Starship Enterprise, under Captain Kirk.
Star trekking across the universe.
Slowly going forward, still can't find reverse.
It's worse than that. He's dead, Jim. Dead, Jim. Dead, Jim. It's worse than that. He's dead, Jim. Dead, Jim. Dead.
It's life, Jim, but not as we know it, not as we know it, not as we know it. It's life, Jim, but not as we know it, not as we know it, Captain.
There's Klingons on the starboard bow, starboard bow, starboard bow. There's Klingons on the starboard bow, Jim.
Starship Captain James T. Kirk.
Ah, we come in peace, shoot to kill, shoot to kill, shoot to kill. We come in peace, shoot to kill, men.
It's worse than that. He's dead, Jim. Dead, Jim. Dead, Jim. It's worse than that. He's dead, Jim. Dead, Jim. Dead.
Well, it's life, Jim, but not as we know it, not as we know it, not as we know it. It's life, Jim, but not as we know it, not as we know it, Captain.
There's Klingons on the starboard bow, starboard bow, starboard bow. There's Klingons on the starboard bow. Scrape them off, Jim.
Star trekking across the universe.
On the Starship Enterprise, under Captain Kirk.
Star trekking across the universe.
Slowly going forward, and things are getting worse.
It's just
You cannot change the laws of physics. Laws of physics. Laws of physics. Cannot change the laws of physics. Laws of physics, Jim. Oh, we come in peace, shoot to kill, shoot to kill, shoot to kill. We come in peace, shoot to kill. Scotty, beam me up.
It's worse than that. He's dead, Jim. Dead, Jim. Dead, Jim. It's worse than that. He's dead, Jim. Dead, Jim. Dead.
Well, it's life, Jim, but not as we know it, not as we know it, not as we know it. It's life, Jim, but not as we know it, not as we know it, Captain.
There's Klingons on the starboard bow, starboard bow, starboard bow. There's Klingons on the starboard bow, starboard bow.
You cannot change the script, Jim. I'll see you, Jimmy.
It's worse than that. It's physics, Jim.
Bridge to engine room, warp factor 9. If I give it any more, she'll blow.
Well, that there be the firm with Star Trekking. I had promised a certain person we'd be playing it this week, for that was the plan. And you never want to deviate from the plan. No, never around here. Now, let us have some Peter, Paul, and Mary with I'm in Love with a Big Blue Frog.
I'm in love with a big blue frog. A big blue frog loves me. It's not as bad as it appears. He wears glasses and he's 6'3". Well, I'm not worried about our kids. I know they'll turn out neat. They'll be great looking 'cause they'll have my face. Great swimmers 'cause they'll have his feet. Well, I'm in love with a big blue frog. A big blue frog loves me. He's not as bad as he appears. He's got a rhythm and a PhD. Well, I know we can make things work. He's got good family sense. His mother was a frog from Philadelphia. His daddy an enchanted prince. The neighbors are against it, and it's clear to me, and it's probably clear to you. They think value on their property will go right down if the family next door is blue. Well, I'm in love with a big blue frog. A big blue frog loves me. I've got it tattooed on my chest. It says P-H-R-O-G. It's frog to me.
Yes, friends, there are times in life when you reach a point of conflict with one of your fellow human beings. When this does happen, is yelling and screaming the answer? No. Is foul language or physical violence the answer? No. There is a new answer. So the next time one of your brothers or sisters is mean to you, I want you to take my advice. Let your arms dangle loose at your sides. Take a deep breath. Smile and say, up your nose. Up your nose. With a rubber hose. With a rubber hose. Twice as far. Twice as far. With a chocolate bar. With a chocolate bar. In your ear. In your ear, brother. With a can of beer. With a can of beer, sister. If you don't like that. If you don't like that. Try a baseball bat. Now let me give you a hypothetical situation. Let's say your brother-in-law comes over and he tells you that he's convinced your wife to mortgage your house and put all your money into styrofoam lawn ornaments. Now, I know what you'd like to say to your wife. I know what you'd like to do to your brother-in-law. But that's not what I want you to do. Let your arms hang loose at your side. Take a deep breath. Smile. Say, up your nose. Up your nose, Raymond. I believe there's one in the garden. Twice as far. Twice as far, Evelyn. With a chocolate bar. Why don't you look in the fridge? In your ear. Styrofoam lawn ornaments. Can of beer. Last time it was microwave hot coals. Don't like that. Time before that, electric shoes. Try a baseball bat. This is how it goes till Monday Night Football. The Steelers against the Raiders. There's a disturbance on the field. Could be a big melee gift. Well, what's happening now? The players are taking off their helmets. They're letting their arms dangle loose at their side. They're taking a deep breath. They're smiling. Let's see if we can hear what they're saying. Up your nose. You ain't so mean, Joe Green. Oh, go sit on a goalpost, Otis. Offside, your mama's offside. You know what you can do with your front fork. In your ear. Hey, Bradshaw, sing me a song. Let's get Cosell down from the booth. Well, in your eye with a pizza pie. Now, all you folks here tonight look like decent people. People interested in self-improvement. So the next time some clown for no good reason climbs all over your case, I want you to let your arms hang loose at your side. That's it. Now take a deep breath. Good. Smile. Say. Come on, get into it. Make it a phone company. That's it. Now get down. How about a school cafeteria? All right, now you're cooking. How about landladies? The Pillsbury Doughboy. You are beautiful. The Gong Show. Singing cat commercials. Star Trek conventions. Frozen dinners. Stand-up comedians. Skateboards with CB radios. People who talk to plants. Plants who talk to people. Tight shoes. Tight socks. Tight pants.
There be up your nose by Gabriel Kaplan. That's the right way to be insulting someone. You need to be using a little creativity, not just cursing at them, but give them something to think about. Leave them a little confuzzled in the head. Make their noggins feel like it's been worked over with a little bit of common sense. Now we got to be going to commercial, so when we come back, we'll have more great stuff for you. Oh, don't be forgetting, you can be calling us 323-HEAVE-HO, and yes, that is a true number. Those are the alphabetical numerical equivalency. In other words, be calling it 323-432-8346 for a request line. That's 323-432-8346. Tell us what you be wanting, and we'll be playing it for you. At least maybe not this week, or it will be next week, but we'll be playing it for you for the final 40, which comes up in the second hour before the, oh boy, the witching hour, which we all know, dread, and a few of you sickos, you seem to be liking it. I don't know what's wrong with you. It's, oh well, they're probably like raisins in your bread too.
Hey, that supply of Ritz seems on the fritz.
No, stop, darling. Don't blow your top. I always keep another box handy.
Dandy! He knows Ritz crackers are richer, crisper, and his mouth is full, or he'd help us whisper. Only Nabisco bakes Ritz.
Look, Sidekick, a shop just for heroes.
No, it's a comic book shop and it's for everyone.
Not possible. See, it's even right in the name, Heroes. So that means you'll need to stay out here whilst I go shopping.
It's Heroes, your mom threw out comic shop, and it's for everyone, including sidekicks.
Hey guys, the little guy is right. It's all about the love of comics, and not whether you can fly or not. But, by the way, I do love the cape.
Gee, thanks.
So Heroes Comic Shop is located at 130 West 14th Street in Elmira Heights, New York. We're open Wednesday through Saturday. You can check us out at momthroughout.com.
Oh, look! They have Archie comics!
Heroes Comics, for every kind of hero.
We better get a move on, or the time is moving fast. Remember, you can be calling, take a moment, 323-432-8346. That's the be request line, or what you be calling in to let us know what you want be having to happen on the show. It's a rhyme. It wasn't me best, but it is there. Now, we have a neat little ditty. Let's see, what shall it be? Oh, yes, it's the Bobs. Now I am a hippie again.
First I was a hippie, then I was a stockbroker, now I am a hippie again. First I was a hippie, then I was a stockbroker, now I am a hippie again. Na 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 na. In the summer of love, I was mellow and high. I had my bus and my dog and everything I needed to get by. But the years rolled on and I settled down. I parked my bus and took a carpool into town. A stockbroker in a three-piece suit. I gave up selling hash and started doing toot. I had more money than I'd ever dreamed of. I forgot all about the summer of love. First I was a hippie, then I was a stockbroker. Now I am a hippie again. The years went by faster and faster. Down on Wall Street they called me the master. I had more money than Lady Astor. I couldn't see an impending disaster, but I wasn't happy. I broke out in a rash. I just could not handle the stress, and then came the crash. First I was a hippie, then I was a stockbroker. Now I am a hippie again. I'm free. I lost all I had, and that's okay with me. I'm free. Excuse me, I think I'll check the oil in my van. Oh, I'm free, and I've got 5 tickets for all 5 nights of the Grateful Dead. I'm free. Hey, see my new macrame briefcase. I'm free. I'm free again.
Daddy, Captain? Mama Babushka wants to know if you have her sword sharpened, because she needs to get busy making dinner. Oh, here's a sharp sword. Bye!
Oh, excuse me, Molly. She just took me good sword. I'll be right back. I gotta... Hold on. Here, listen to this, and I'll be right back. I gotta go get me sword back before Babushka messes this one up, too. She should keep her own sword. Ay, 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 ay.
Welcome to Common Knowledge. I'm your host, Bob Alberts. You all know our champion, Les Schermeyer, a high school guidance counselor. Now let's greet our challenger, Gene Kirkpatrick, former ambassador to the United Nations. Gene, are you ready?
Yes, quite so.
Oh, that's good, because we're going to start with you. What category, Gene?
Well, actually, I've been a professor of history, so I decided to make it interesting, and I chose literature.
All right, literature for 100. Let's see what the question is. Author of Grapes of Wrath.
John Steinbeck.
Oh, sorry, Ernest Hemingway. Les, do you want to stick with literature?
No, Bob, let's go to state capitals.
Okay, state capitals for 100. Oklahoma.
Oklahoma City.
All right. Let's keep going. New York State.
New York City.
Very good, Les. Let's go again. New Jersey.
Jersey City.
Oh, you're on a roll. Let's go again. Virginia.
Virginia City.
Oh. And last one, Washington.
Washington, D.C.
Oh. You swept through that category. And now let's go on to...
let's go to literature for
literature,
200.
all right. Author of Christmas Carol.
Ebenezer Scrooge.
Okay.
Literature for 300, Bob.
Literature for 300. Author of Huckleberry Finn.
Tom Sawyer.
Oh, sorry, the answer is Ernest Hemingway. Sorry. And now, let's take a minute to explain the rules to Common Knowledge. Questions for our show are selected by educators from Princeton University to reflect a broad range of common knowledge that every American should possess. Answers for Common Knowledge are determined by a nationwide survey of 17-year-old high school seniors. And now, back to you, Gene.
History.
All right, history for 100. His assassination sparked World War I.
Archduke Ferdinand.
Oh, sorry. The answer is Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln. Les?
I'm going to stay with history, Bob, for 200.
History for 200. The Louisiana Purchase was obtained from this country.
Louisiana.
All right.
History for 300, Bob.
Okay. When he discovered America, Christopher Columbus thought he landed in...
Colombia.
Oh, sorry, the answer is America. Back to Gene Kirkpatrick.
History for 400.
History for 400. First man to land on the moon.
Neil, John Glenn.
Terrific, Gene. You're on the board now.
History for 500.
History for 500. Napoleon was defeated at the Battle of...
Gettysburg.
Oh, sorry, Jericho. The Battle of Jericho. Tough one. But Gene, don't worry, you'll have a chance to catch up because it's time for our lightning round. Let's bring out the 17-year-olds. Bring them out, come on. Okay, Gene, you're playing with Niall Knopfner, a high school senior from Troy, New York.
How do you do? Pleased to meet you.
Hi. Kyle, has your high school education given you the tools you need to go out into the real world?
Whatever, I don't know. I mean, yeah, good. Sure, I guess so.
Terrific answer. And last, you're playing with Tracy Tollefson, a senior from Rockford, Illinois. Tracy, you were supposed to be on the show yesterday, but there was a mix-up of some kind?
I got on the wrong plane.
Whoa. Okay, let's start our lightning round. Les, you picked presidents. Are you and Tracy ready?
Ready, Bob?
Ready.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, the British are coming.
Grant.
Okay, Dennis the Menace.
President Mitchell.
His neighbor.
Woodrow Wilson.
All right, tag team, let's go. Terrific.
Tippy Canoe.
Nixon.
Pass. Sex.
President Hart.
Marilyn Monroe.
Kennedy.
Okay, Les and Tracy, very good. Now over to Gene. Gene, before the show, you picked the category of historical dates. Historical dates. Are you ready, Gene and Kyle?
All right, ready.
All right, and begin.
Okay. Civil War.
1861.
Civil War.
1861 to 1865.
Pass. Pilgrims.
1620.
Thanksgiving.
1621.
Pass. Gold Rush.
1849.
Gold Rush.
1914. 1492. 1945.
Pass.
Tag team, let's go. Come on, Gene, come on.
Congress of Vienna.
1962.
Pass. Bolshevik Revolution.
1776.
Pilgrim's Land.
1861.
Battle of Austerlitz.
1492.
Korean War.
1917.
Oh, sorry, Gene, you only got one right.
May I say something, please? This program is an outrage. This program, it just doesn't do justice to the educational system which holds the fragile civilization of our country together.
Oh, well, sorry, Gene. Les is still our champion, but you'll be going home with a $400 and a year's subscription to TV Guide. TV Guide, the most widely read publication in the world.
In the United States.
Oh, whatever you say. Well, anyway, that's common knowledge. And remember, it's not what you know, it's what you think you know. Good night, everybody.
Well, there be Steve Martin with common knowledge. It seems to apply quite well. That was back in the early days, and he is on the old Saturday Night Live. Now, let us go for a nice, calm, sweet, loving, relaxing drive to the country with Jerry Lewis with Sunday driving. How relaxing can that possibly? I mean, it's so relaxing.
Sunday driving through a million cars I'm diving, no escaping, fender scraping lest you hit a tree. Sunday driving, there's an ambulance arriving, a collision in my vision, maybe it was me. A lady driver signals left and then she makes a right. I hit her in the rumble seat, that isn't too polite. She screams, "You beast, you awful thing, where do you think you're going?" And I answer, "Don't look now, dear, but your rumble seat is showing." Sunday driving, for a peaceful day I'm striving, but each Sunday is the one day 'cause they're everywhere. Oh boy, here it is Sunday morning and I'm out driving in my car, and it's so peaceful and quiet. The sun is shining, the birds is chirping. Uh-oh, there goes a pedestrian. Shucks, I missed him. I think I'll go around the block and try again. Gee whiz, I must be out in the country now. I'm not hitting so many people. I am out in the country. I just hit a cow. This is a cow? A car goes by me like a flash, he can't do that to me. I'll chase him and I'll show him I can go as fast as he. And sure enough, I pass him like a rabbit in a thicket. And I learn it's a patrol car when he writes me out a ticket. I must have made a boo-boo. Sunday driving, up the steepest hill I'm striving. I'm not quitting till I'm sitting on the very top. I made it. Now I'm going down. Boy, what a view. And look at that cliff at the bottom of the road. If I ever went over that, impossible. Not in my car. What was that? The motor's broke. Gee, I better stop. The brakes don't work. The brakes don't work! I'm going 50 miles an hour downhill. Now I'm going 60. Now it's 70. My motor don't work. My brakes don't work. But I'm not worried. My speedometer works. I'm going faster and faster. And now I'm going over the cliff. Gee, I'm flying. And in my car. But cars can't fly. I'll crash and be killed, and boy, will Dad give it to me for taking the car. He'll get me in the back room of the house, and he'll give me what for. He'll say the conjunctive mood of people's feelings certainly don't designate the fact that other young men know better than others, and I certainly don't know the feeling if I don't know why other people say that.
Next time, I'll take the train.
Instead of Sunday driving.
He should have gone for a nice pleasure cruise. Not too many people out here, and we get to play with cannons. We'll be going to commercial in a moment, and when we come back, it'll be the second half of the show, and there we have the final 40, the witching hour, and all the requests you can possibly choke on in 40 minutes. Don't be forgetting, we need your requests. So you can be calling us by 323-432-8346 or through the Mail of E or through the Book of Face. Remember, the Book of Face, it's at Captain's Quarters, 106.5. You got the page and the group. Become part of the experience.
Back to present ancient Chinese pantomime, just for fun of it, Jello Tonight. Back to present small Chinese type baby waiting for dessert. Chinese mother Bling baby Jello, famous Western delicacy. Poor Chinese baby. He unable to tell if this Jello is strawberry, raspberry, cherry, orange, lemon, lime, apple, black raspberry, black cherry, or grape. Jello come in all 10 flavors. Poor Chinese baby. But Chinese mother Bling baby, great Western invention. Spoon. Spoon was invented for eating Jello. Baby find this is grape Jello. Deep, dark, delicious new flavor. Chinese baby very happy. So end ancient Chinese pantomime. Is pretty good commercial, no?
Let's be a stopping into BC's restaurant and see what Mike be a cooking up.
But I's brought us some raw squid and salami sandwiches so we could his picnic.
Oh, that's nice. But I wanted to treat you to a nice meal.
I'll save these for later.
Aye, let's be fetching in.
Oh, this is nice.
Aye, that'd be. And it looks like an old-fashioned diner at that.
And looks at this menu. It looks so good. They got the wings, the subs and salads. I think I get a BC big plate. Let's see. It comes with the cheeseburger, the hot dog, the fries, the cheese sauce, the meat sauce, and the coleslaw. Better mix that too. What are you having, my little pumpernickel?
I think I'll be having a double dog special. Oh, goody. It'd be a coming with chips and a drink too. Ha ha ha.
BC's Restaurant, 238 Oakwood Avenue, Elmira Heights. They have indoor, outdoor, and takeout available. 607-735-2166. And they're open from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m., Monday through Friday. You're listening to 1410 WELM Elmira and 106.5 FM The Pirate.
Welcome back to the second hour of me show, me boy. And boy, oh boy, have we got some splendiferous bits and baubles right in store for ye. For example, the final 40. It'd be extremicated right from the request sent to us via the Mail of E.
That's email, you dolt.
That's what me be saying.
They can also call us at 323-HEAVE-HO.
I'd like to heave-ho you.
But was that my little pumpernickel?
Nothing, my dear. You old sea hag.
Well, here, let me help you get this show going again.
Avast you, old bat! Heave off!
Heave off! Heave off! Johnny! Johnny!
We're all doomed! Oh, that's better.
See? I made it so better. I'm going to see about that dinner and work on my suntan.
Me's not even hungry, and it's be night time out, you crazy old bat. And don't slam the door. With his next song, it makes me think we all need to have something to keep our crazy, that keeps us a bit weird, but keeps us sane all the same. And with this, gentlemen, it isn't quite the way I'd recommend it, but it is better than having a frontal lobotomy. I'd rather have a bottle in front of me by Randy Hanslick, right here on the captain's quarters.
Daddy, what's a frontal lobotomy?
Well, son, you know how the pressures of life can cause people to do crazy things. And if a person does too many crazy things, then that person is crazy. Sometimes you can keep yourself from going crazy by doing things to relieve tension, like drinking or having sex. But if craziness goes too far, sometimes the only thing left to do is to cut out that part of your brain that makes you crazy. That kind of brain surgery is called a frontal lobotomy. Maybe this song will help you understand what I mean.
Jimmy and I are brothers. We went down different paths. Jimmy always listened to my mother, and me, I never liked to take a bath. As we grew and tumbled through adulthood, the pressure caused emotional drain. And now I'm slowly dying in the bottle, and Jimmy has to live with half a brain. Yes, me, I've got a bottle in front of me, and Jimmy has a frontal lobotomy. Just different ways to kill the pain the same. I'd rather have a bottle in front of me than have to have a frontal lobotomy. I might be drunk, but at least I'm not insane. Jimmy let his troubles drive him crazy. He never tried to drown it in a drink. I know that drinking makes my thinking hazy, but at least I still have brains enough to think. Jimmy's got a brain that isn't stable. He doesn't have the sense to say his name. I'm sorry that his doctor was unable to remove the proper portion of his brain. Yes, me, I've got a bottle in front of me, and Jimmy has a frontal lobotomy. Just different ways to kill the pain the same. But I'd rather have a bottle in front of me than have to have a frontal lobotomy. I might be drunk, but at least I'm not insane. Funny how the world works. People can be real jerks. Some prefer the tension over booze. Either way it ends the same. Hard to beat the living game. Might as well enjoy it while you lose. When I need a drink I start to shiver, and Jimmy always viewed it with concern. But I'd rather have cirrhosis of the liver than an intellect that's second to a fern. I wonder if old Jimmy's gonna hear it when I tell him that his logic wasn't sound. They'll dose him up on lots of evil spirits when they take him to the psychiatric grounds. Yes, me, I've got a bottle in front of me, and Jimmy has a frontal lobotomy. Just different ways to kill the pain the same. I'd rather have a bottle in front of me than have to have a frontal lobotomy. I might be drunk, but at least I'm not insane. I might be drunk, but at least I'm not insane.
Sometimes when I get put on the road, I get put in situations where I don't feel comfortable. And I don't mean a bad situation. I grew up in a trailer park in Missouri, for heaven's sake. I can deal with bad situations. But sometimes I get put in a really, really great situation, and I don't know how to deal with it. Like a top-of-the-line 5-star hotel. I'm not a top-of-the-line 5-star hotel kind of guy. I'm a guy that wears a jacket on stage, only have to iron this part of my shirt kind of guy. I don't like it. You know what a top-of-the-line 5-star hotel doesn't have? The complimentary breakfast. I need the complimentary breakfast. I don't care about the thread count on your pillowcases. I want some free waffles. I love a free hotel breakfast so much sometimes I'll have one at a hotel I didn't stay. That is not a joke. So here's my story. I'm doing a corporate shows for Pepsi in Chicago, a really, really good gig. And I pull up to the hotel. It's like part of the old architectural part of downtown Chicago. And I'm looking at this wondrous building. I'm like, oh man, I am not going to fit in this place at all. As I'm staring at the door to my truck opens, as I'm turning out the corner of my eye, I see somebody start to get in. So just out of reaction, I just turn and shove this guy. And he kind of stumbles backwards. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? He said, sir, I'm your valet. I was like, oh. But in my defense, I don't drive the kind of vehicle that you typically valet. I drive the kind of vehicle before somebody else gets in it, you need to start explaining things about it. If anybody else ever had this, you know you have to give them that speech because you don't want anybody hurt. But you really don't want to admit what kind of death trap you're willing to drive on a daily basis? You're going to park this? Yes, sir. Okay. Just so you know. Probably won't even happen. But occasionally, if you make a really sharp left-handed turn, and the defrost switch is slid all the way to the right, the back wheel pops off. Oh no. I'm not a mechanic. I think it's a wiring issue, but I don't know that. And he goes, sir, everything will be just fine. Gets in, shuts the door, leaves, or tries to shut the door. But he's never been in a vehicle before where shutting the door is more than a one-step process. He's never been in that pull and lift door shut. That you have to lift the exact correct second or your door, boom, you're early, boom, you're late. Screaming at him like it's his fault my door won't close. So we end up getting his door closed and he's rattling it down the street. I'm like, okay, which way is he gonna go? Makes that big sweeping left. I'm like, all right, dude, you're on your own. I don't know. I don't know how much clearer I could have been about that. We go in and I try to check in. I was like, yeah, I'm the comedian doing the show tonight. She said, okay, perfect. She said, your room's ready. She said, I just need a credit card. I said, well, Pepsi was supposed to take care of my room. She said, no, Pepsi paid for the room. I just need your card for incidentals. I was like, oh, okay. I'm not going to have any. She goes, no, that's just if you call down and get room service. You see a movie on TV. You want? No, I know what the word means. I'm just explaining I'm not going to have any of this. And she kind of looks around, making sure nobody's near, leans across the counter. She goes, well, it's kind of just pretend. What are you talking about? How about I pretend to hand you a card? You can make believe to swipe it if it makes you feel better, I guess. And I'll for real go to sleep. She said, I can't lock your room without a card on file. Okay, here's my card. She runs. She goes, oh, I'm sorry, it was declined. My pretend charge just got rejected? I'm not a wealthy man. I thought I could afford free. She goes, well, our machines wouldn't accept the card. I said, do you take inspirational checks? I don't know what else you're doing. said, well, we don't charge the card, but we put amount of a hold on it, and it wouldn't accept that amount. I said, how much was that amount? She said, $750. So do you think our machines are malfunctioning? Nope. I think those are working perfectly. I spit my card out quick, didn't I? I was watching. Those are pretty good machines. I mean, they ended up letting me in my room, which they did not have to do. Very nice of them. They didn't have to do that. And all the years I've ever done this, I had never received a call on the hotel phone. It's kind of weird. After a few minutes, my phone started ringing. I was like, hello? She said, yeah, this is Becky from downstairs. I was just wondering how your room looks. Have you never been up here? You can come up here and look around if you want. It's all right. I mean, it's not worth $750 and no waffles, but it's okay, I guess. She goes, I was just worried if you had any concerns. I'm a little concerned your valet's not going to make it back. Guys, I've got to go. You've been absolutely fantastic. I appreciate it.
There be Chad Thornsberry with valet parking. Now, we should keep it rolling and rocking, or whatever it be. But it goes right into Haywire Mac with Ain't We Crazy, right here on the Captain's Quarters.
Now I know a little ditty, it's as crazy as can be. The guy who wrote it said he wanted it and handed it to me. I found I couldn't use it because it sounded blue, and that's the very reason why I'm handing it to you. It's a song the alligators sing while coming through the rye, as they serenade the elephants up in the trees so high. The Iceman hums this ditty as he shovels in the coal, and the monkeys join the chorus up around the northern pole. Ain't we crazy? Ain't we crazy? This is the way we pass the time away. Ain't we crazy? Ain't we crazy? We're going to sing this song all night today. It was midnight on the ocean, not a streetcar was in sight, and the sun was shining brightly, for it rained all day that night. 'Twas a summer night in winter, and the rain was snowing fast, and a barefoot boy with shoes on stood a-sitting in the grass. It was evening, and the rising sun was setting in the west. The little fishes in the trees were huddled in their nest. The rain was pouring down, and the moon was shining bright, and everything that you could see was hidden out of sight. While the organ peeled potatoes lard was rendered by the choir, the sexton rung the dish rag, someone set the church on fire. Holy smoke, the preacher shouted, in the rain he lost his hair. Now his head resembles heaven, for there is no parting there. The cows were making cowslips and the bells were ringing wet, and the bumblebees were making bums and smoking cigarettes. And a man slept in a stable and came out a little hoarse, so he hopped upon his golf sticks and drove all around the course. Ain't we crazy? Ain't we crazy? This is the way we pass the time away. Ain't we crazy? Ain't we crazy? We're going to sing this song all night today. It was midnight on the ocean, not a horse car was in sight, as I stepped into the drugstore to get myself a light. The man behind the counter was a woman old and gray, who used to peddle shoestrings on the road to Mandalay. Good evening, sir, the woman said, and her eyes were bright with tears, as she put her head beneath her feet and stood that way for years. Her children 6 were orphans, except one tiny tot, who lived in the house across the street above a vacant lot. Ain't we crazy? Ain't we crazy? But this is the way we pass the time away. Ain't we crazy? Ain't we crazy? We're going to sing this song all night today.
You tell me that you hate me and I don't know why. Just because I broke your arm and made you cry. Still somehow you keep on running back to me. We're a classic case of codependency. Codependency, codependency. I need you to enable me. Codependency, codependency. And you really need me. I guess I've never treated you very well, and And I guess I've made your life a living hell. Even when I tried to put you through the door, still somehow you kept on crawling back for more. Codependency, codependency, I need you to enable me. Codependency, codependency, and I guess you need me. Promised that I'd change, but I never did. It's a really good thing that we don't have kids. Probably time we both go in for therapy to help us rid ourselves of codependency. Codependency, codependency, I need you to enable me. Codependency, codependency, and you know you need me.
There be a nice little love ballad by Power Salad called Codependency. Well, we're going to be cutting to commercial. When we return, it'll be opening up the phone lines, and we'll see what has been left for us. And hopefully will be guiding us into sweet waters. If not, we'll be going upon the shoals, and it will not be pretty. And, well, you probably won't be caring, so you're not out to sea right at the moment. But I'm leaving you in charge of the helm for the final 40. That's what'll be happening. So, 323-432-8346. Or, to easily remember it, that's 323-HEAVE-HO. HEAVEHO. 323-432-8346.
Everybody needs energy-packed Sunbeam bread. Yes, it's all aboard for fun in the park, but Junior hasn't got energy enough for fun. He'd sure like to ride that horse. Hey, what's this? An energy-packed Sunbeam sandwich. You bet every delicious slice of Sunbeam bread sure does pack a big energy wallop. There's nothing like Sunbeam Energy to help you stay on the beam. Now, look at them go! On Sunbeam Energy, they sure do enjoy life. Everybody needs the kind of real zip and zing pep that delicious Sunbeam bread gives you. Yes, stay on the beam with energy-packed Sunbeam bread. All day long, eat Sunbeam bread and renew energy as you burn it up. Eat delicious Sunbeam bread.
Hi, my name is Alfred Sneasley, and when I go to Heroes Comic Shop on 14th Street in Elmira Heights, New York, I'm always greeted with a big smile from Jared.
Hey, Alfred. Hey, how are you today?
And his selection of comics and graphic novels, it's just amazing. I mean, it's what I always dreamed I could be. And he always treats me like the hero I am inside.
I don't just read about the heroes, I become the hero! At Heroes Comic Shop, I become the hero Mom always wanted me to be!
So Heroes Comic Shop is located at 130 West 14th Street in Elmira Heights, New York. We're open Wednesday through Saturday. You can check us out at momthroughout.com.
Now up and away!
Well, here we be, once again. The final 40 be upon us, which leads us right to the witching hour. So you must be truly touched in the head if you plan to be surviving the witching hour in one piece. So, what is it gonna be? Round and round we go to the phones. That's what it shall be.
Hello. I would like to request something that is most illogical. Star Trek, please. Or Highly Illogical by Leonard Nimoy. Thank you.
From far beyond the galaxies, I've journeyed to this place to study the behavior patterns of the human race. And I find them highly illogical. Girl meets boy. They fall in love. She says he's everything she's dreamed of. But when they get married, before he's aware, she changes his habits, the way he combs his hair. She changes him to someone he's never been, and then complains he's not like other men. Now really, I find this most illogical. Take the case of your automobiles. Greatest invention since man discovered wheels. Hydromatic overdrive, floor on the floor. Push-button windows, push-button doors. Double-barrel carburetors rush you any place, but you never can find a parking space. Highly illogical. Take the case of modern man. He works all his life, gives it all he can, saves all his money, works overtime, pinches every penny, banks every dime. All he can think about is money, but you know that he can't take it with him where he's going to go. Now I find that fascinatingly illogical. Now is the time to journey home, to tell of what I've learned. My people, I believe, have every right to be concerned. For in spite of computers and advanced psychology, behavior patterns are still a mystery. I predict the future of this earthly human race is that having made a mess of Earth, they'll move to outer space. Well, there goes the neighborhood. Totally, completely, absolutely, irrevocably, highly illogical.
If there's any aliens up there listening, we just wanna make it clear. These Americans don't speak for all of us down here.
They're only 1/20th of all Homo sapiens.
And they're about 1/20th as awesome as Canadians.
If it was up to the rest of the world, we'd bid them adieu.
Americans, we don't think that you're stupid. Well, actually, we kinda do.
We're better people, we make better friends.
Canada. You'll never find a warmer, colder people than Canadians.
A mighty warrior people are we.
The largest French population that never surrendered to Germany.
We beat the USA on one glorious day in the War of 1812.
At least that's what our better paid school teachers say.
We invented insulin, a priceless global good, enabling largest Americans to live much longer than they should.
We built the Canadarm to help the shuttle in space, making us global leaders in moving shuttle stuff from place to place. We honor Laura Secord with chocolate top creations.
Canada. Totally compensated our Indians by calling them First Nations.
Aliens, when you said take me to your leader, perhaps you didn't realize there are many leaders of many nations, only one of which insists on handing out guns to the mentally deranged.
We're a noble people with a can-do attitude, so be sure to point your laser blaster south of our latitude, yeah.
Actually, if you could hold off for a couple months, my show is filming in Atlanta this spring.
Now that you mention it, I live in Los Angeles.
I'm in upstate New York, but I'm in LA all the time.
You have to try this taco truck on Los Angeles. I know everyone thinks they have the best taco truck, but you will lose it.
You cannot get a good taco in Toronto.
That's true.
Yes, you can. Kensington Market, but made by a Filipino and a Belgian.
You guys been up to Canada lately? Nah, me neither.
I mean, still though, Canada, right?
Oh, yeah, it's awesome.
Come on.
Yeah. Love it, yeah.
From the Sudbury Big Nickel to the ramparts of Quebec, we
Sweet Canada.
There be Bruce McCulloch's and Scott Thompson's. Huh? No, I mean, not up your nose. It was Canada up on top again. Oh, he heard up your nose far earlier in the show. And Canadians are far too polite to be saying things like up your nose with a rubber hose. Now, let's go with something a little bit different. We're gonna go with the theme song of the Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
Attack of the Killer Tomatoes! Attack of the Killer Tomatoes! They'll beat you, bash you, squish you, mash you, chew you up for brunch, and finish you off for dinner or lunch. They're marching down the halls, they're crawling up the walls, they're gooey, gushy, squishy, mushy, rotten to the core. They're standing outside your door. Remember Herbert Farbage, while taking out his garbage, he turned around and he did see tomatoes hiding in his tree. Now he's just a memory. I know I'm going to miss her. A tomato ate my sister. Sacramento fell today. They're marching into San Jose. Tomatoes are on their way. The mayor is on vacation. The governor's fled the nation. The police have gone on strike today. The National Guard has run away. Tomatoes will have their day. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes! Attack of the Killer Tomatoes! They'll beat you, bash you, squish you, mash you, chew you up for brunch, and finish you off for dinner or lunch. Munch, munch, dinner or lunch, munch, munch, dinner or lunch.
95.5 PLJ.
In an abandoned warehouse with no lights, just shadows, and soon no rabbits. The purpose of the event is to pass the torch from one generation heavy metal to the next, and there live, in his black leather hunting outfit, with a shotgun guitar with spikes coming out of it, Ozzy Fudd, the Rabbit Slayer.
In the dead of night, a shimmering white gleam of a blade, and the devil is paid. When the axe comes down, a chilling sound. Steel against the head, another wabbit's dead. I'm a wabbit slayer, a guitar player with a nasty habit. Kill the wabbit! I'm a mean mistreater, a wabbit feaster, and I predict a bloody Easter, a scurrying shadow, and the shadow moves to stab it, and the night air echoes. Kill the wabbit! 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 Whoa! And there won't be any more rabbits around! No more Roger Rabbit! No more Peter Rabbit! No more Playboy Bunny Rabbits! Ah! Be very, very careful!
And there be Ozzy Fudd with Kill the Wabbit! A true classic of Americana. It warms you right down to your toes. Speaking of warming right to our toes, let us go right to the phones and see where we're being directed at this point.
This is Grandma Jane down in Delaware. I want to hear Does Your Chewing Gum Lose Its Flavor on the Bedpost Overnight by Lonnie Donegan. Okay, thank you. Love you all.
Oh me, oh my, oh you, whatever shall I do?
question is peculiar, I'd give a lot of dough. If only I could know the answer to my question. Is it yes or is it no? Does your chewing gum lose its flavor on the bedpost overnight? If your mother says don't chew it, do you swallow it in spite? Can you catch it on your tonsils? Can you heave it left and right? Does your chewing gum lose its flavor on the bedpost overnight? Here comes a blushing bride, the groom is by her side. Up to the altar, just steady as Gibraltar, while the groom has got the ring, and it's such a pretty thing. But as he slips it on her finger, the choir begins to sing. Does your chewing gum lose its flavor on the bedpost overnight? If your mother said don't chew it, do you swallow it in spite? Can you catch it on your tonsils? Can you heave it left and right? If your chewing gum lose its flavor on the bedpost overnight. Now the nation rises one to send their honored sons up to the White House. Yes, the nation's only White House to voice their discontent unto the president. Upon the burning question, what has swept this continent? If tin whistles are made of tin, what do they make foghorns out of? Boom, boom! Does your chewing gum lose its flavor on the bedpost overnight? If your mother says don't chew it, do you swallow it in spite? Can you catch it on your tonsils? Can you heave it left and right? Does your chewing gum lose its flavor on the bedpost overnight? On the bedpost overnight.
Oh, there's a love, you're in the one that holds you tight.
On Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday night on the bedpost overnight.
It's a dollar and a dime, it's a dime.
He's singing another chorus, but he hasn't got the time. On the bedpost
the checkout counter at the local grocery store. I was only passing by, but a paper caught my eye, and I learned a few things I never knew before. It said, your pet may be an extraterrestrial. It said the ghost of Elvis is living in my den. You can learn to cope with stress, and you can beat the IRS. And the Incredible Frog Boy is on the loose again. Oh, Midnight Star, it's in the weekly Midnight Star. Aliens from outer space are sleeping in my car. Midnight Star, I wanna know, I wanna know. Eat jelly donuts and lose 20 pounds a day. Hear the story of the man born without a head. And top psychics all agree that the telephone company will have a brand new service that lets you talk to the dead. Oh, Midnight Star, you can believe it if you read it in the weekly Midnight Star. They're keeping Hitler's brain alive inside a jar. Midnight Star, I wanna know,
be Weird Al Yankovic himself. With a Midnight Star, where you can get all the truth you need. Right there from the headlines. Now, we'll be going right to commercial. When we come back, it'll be the final segment of the Final 40, right before the witching hour. You know what to do. 323-HEAVE-HO. 323-432-8346. That's 323-432-8346.
You can get anything you want at Alice's restaurant. You can get anything you want at Alice's restaurant. Walk right in, it's around the back, just a half a mile from the railroad track. You can get anything you want at Alice's restaurant.
Let's be a stopping into BC's restaurant and see what Mike be a cooking up.
But I's brought us some raw squid and salami sandwiches so we could his picnic.
Oh, that's nice. But I wanted to treat you to a nice meal.
I'll save these for later.
Aye, let's be fetching in.
Oh, this is nice.
Aye, that'd be. And it looks like an old-fashioned diner at that.
And looks at this menu. It looks so good. They got the wings, the subs and salads. I think I get a BC big plate. Let's see, it comes with the cheeseburger, the hot dog, the fries, the cheese sauce, the meat sauce, and the coleslaw. Better mix that too. What are you having, my little pumpernickel?
I think I'll be having a double dog special. Oh, goody. It'd be a coming with chips and a drink too. Ha ha ha.
BC's Restaurant, 238 Oakwood Avenue, Elmira Heights. They have indoor, outdoor, and takeout available. 607-735-2166. And they're open from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday.
Ha ha ha. Well, here we are, right back at it. Well, we got to see which way we go out to sea. Which way the tides go, which way the winds blow, and whether the tsunamis of reality will be sinking us. So, right back to the phone line, shall we go?
Yo, Captain, I need to hear that thing by Remy. It's a new song out there. I hope you can find it because it's special. It's the Shaggy Daddy. It wasn't me. Yeah, I think that's it. You'll understand it when you see it. It's awesome, man. It really is. You're gonna love it. And it wasn't me that called. It was someone else that called. It was some. Bye, Captain.
Yo, man. Yo, open up, man. Yo, what you want, man? My constituents just caught me. You let them catch you? I don't know how I let this happen. Wait, where? The place next door, you know? Wait, I thought you ordered all the restaurants to close, man. I don't know what to do. Just say it wasn't you. Alright. Voter came in and they caught me red-handed, eating at the place next door. Were there a lot of people there? Picture this, it was not that vacant, like 100 peeps or more. How could I forget that I had Bandolindo gatherings? Just a prime example of a really big hypocrisy. You don't understand, we're not like other creatures. Rules do not apply to us, we are the leaders. Voters can't be trusted to be indoor eaters. They are more contagious after all, they're mouth breathers. Just tell them it's important to follow all the law. How any violation might kill a grandma. Why you do what you want, even pardon in-laws. Mr. Mayor, how would you prefer your foie gras? Donated? Sir, we saw you at a party. It wasn't me. Eating at the French Laundry. It wasn't me. You even had the clam chowder. It wasn't me. Sir, we got you on camera. It wasn't me. You said we can't be super spreading. It wasn't me. So I missed my brother's wedding. It wasn't me. You jailed a barber for hairdressing. Wait, I have a wedding. This is getting upsetting. Voter came in and they caught me red-handed, eating at the place next door.
She's got tattoos on her backside and a car jacked up out front. My neighbor next door is a known road whore and she's off on a husband hunt. Spends her days in the laundromat, washing and drying tube tops. I ain't real crazy about my old lady, but I don't really think I'd swap. Spends her nights in a strip joint, doing an exotic dance. In an out-of-date pair of platform shoes and worn-out spandex pants. Her kids still live with her mother and her stepbrother who's unemployed. Drives an old chartreuse Pinto, sleeps with a dude named Floyd. And she's a trailer park woman, she's a mobile home princess, the queen of manufactured housing. She's a trailer park woman, she's a mobile home princess, and me, I'm the trailer park king. She's got a bad reputation, she's the talk of the neighborhood. Yeah, maybe her place ain't Graceland, but the furniture's just as good. I often stare in her window when she's getting dressed inside, but she don't mind, she looks up to me, 'cause I own a double wide. I got a concrete block foundation, and it impresses her so. She always comes a-knocking whenever there's a tornado. And she's a trailer park woman, she's a mobile home princess, the queen of manufactured housing. She's a trailer park woman, she's a mobile home princess, and me, I'm the trailer park. Yes, I'm the trailer park. She loves the trailer park king.
And there be Tim Wilson's Trailer Park Woman. We get many other requests through either the Book of Face or through the Mail of E. Either way they be coming in, it's all good, because it's all tasty and lovely, no matter how strange it be. Now, here be something that doesn't taste quite so good, only because they're dead. It's Tim Kavanaugh's ABCs of Dead Russian Leaders. It's also a great way to learn about history.
With all the news that there is today, it's hard to keep it all inside my brain. Big Russian guys are dropping like flies. How can I remember all of their names? Now there's help, it's a brand new game. It's the ABCs of Dead Russian Leaders. The ABCs of Dead Russian Leaders. When you hear the letter A and drop off is the name to say. The letter B is next in line. He'll do just fine. C is for Chernenko. It's the ABCs of Dead Russian Leaders. The ABCs of Dead Russian Leaders. It's the atheistic B, they're big shots. The communistic B, they're dead. They were Russian in life, Russian toward death. They read Russian books, they wore Russian dressing. It's hard to fathom 'cause I'm a foreigner. Excitement there was just around the corner. He's got a vital drawer that's marked the ABCs of Dead Russian Leaders. The ABCs of Dead Russian Leaders. A, they hate apple pie. B, they hate baseball. C, they like Coolidge 'cause he's dead too. Ooh, Constantine, you're red just like that. They were gone in a hurry. Before them, there was Lenin, his name was hard to rhyme until he started being dead. Gorbachev thinks he's home free because his name doesn't start with B. But it's my game, I can change it if I want to. I can make it the ABCG. Yeah. When you hear the letter A and drop off is the name to say. The letter B is next in line. Fresh and dead, so he'll do just fine. C is for Chernenko. It's the ABCs of Dead Russian Leaders. The ABCs of Dead Russian Leaders. The ABCs of Dead Russian Leaders. The ABCs of Dead Russian Leaders.
Enough already with the loud music.
Hello, I am Bernie Sanders and I am running for president. Thank you. I am the senator from Vermont, and yes, Vermont is a real state. Some say that Vermont is insignificant, but I say that Vermont has given us two of the most influential figures in American history, Ben and Jerry. As an independent, I never wanted to be a Democrat or a Republican because I refused to join a party that would have me as a member. I got that joke from my favorite Marx brother, Carl. Some say that I was too easy on Hillary at the first debate. I even said we should forget about the email scandal. I am sick of hearing about the damn emails. Just like I am sick of the fact that my VCR has been blinking 12 o'clock for the past 26 years. If there were no rich men, if the 2% could see that being rich is not PC, I would spread their money all around, or we could share the poverty. Since they never work hard, if we go and eat the rich, just think how tender they would be. I'd eat Warren Buffett till I choke, 'cause things go better without guys named Coke. I'd give the poor good jobs right here in Vermont with our new bed and breakfast by the score. Our maple syrup exports will start to grow. And we could feed the world 1 pint at a time with our surplus chunky monkey stash. If not, we'll send chocolate chip cookie dough. But if there are no rich men, how will I get all the money that I need for my campaign? Hillary and I are neck and neck, so you rich guys maybe write a check. Send it now. If I win, I suspect you won't be a wealthy man.
There be, if there were no rich men. Requested from the Melody. It was created by Capital Steps. Kind of interesting. It was referring back to the 2016 elections of these here United States. And they were also talking about, many important things at the time, which seem semi-relevant and irrelevant at the now. As Capital Steps. Another thing that made that kind of interesting is that they just recently, because of the whole COVID situation, have said they are no longer together and touring. So, you have two things that have come to pass from the past. Well, let's go right to the phone lines for a repass from the captain.
I would like to request What If Your Butt Was Gone by Carla Ulbrich. Thank you very much, dear Captain. Bye!
This is another one I wrote from the sick bed. I went on this macrobiotic diet as part of my recovery, and it was like no wheat, no cheese, no dairy at all, no sugar, no chocolate, no reason to live. So I lost a lot of weight, partly because of the illness and partly because I was on this diet. And I actually lost a little bit too much weight at one point. And so here's a little song about that. This is a parody of one of my own songs. I was just wondering, hypothetically, what would you do? Theoretically, if something should happen accidentally, or medically, what if your butt was gone? If sitting in a wooden chair felt like tax and you found you had nothing to hold up your slacks because instead of a butt now you just had a crack, well, something would have to be done. Would you write Dear Abby for advice in a letter, put a cushion in your chair to make it feel better? Try to fatten up with brie and cheddar. What if your butt was gone? If your butt disappeared without a trace and everyone looked all over the place, why do you have that look on your face? Hey, it could happen to you. If that booty, patootie, that sweet derriere were now inexplicably no longer there, how soon would you miss it? How much would you care? What do you think you would do? Would you call me up? Would you fall to pieces? Would you make it the topic of your doctoral thesis? Trying to go out and find a prosthesis. What if your butt was gone? A butt, as you know, could be curvy or flat, dimpled or pimpled, skinny or fat, just like an opinion. Everyone's got one, but what if your butt was suddenly not one? If something should happen, hypothetically, what would you do? Theoretically, if something should happen accidentally or medically, what if your butt was gone? Would you call me up? Would you start confiding how you tried to make it grow with fluorescent lighting? How you had to give up horseback riding? What if your butt was gone? Would you realize there's a good selection? Shopping for clothes in the children's section. Go to your closet and make a commotion. Take all your pants and throw them in the ocean. Does your butt hang low? Does it wobble to and fro? Can you tie it in a knot? Can you tie it in a bow? Can you sling it over your shoulder like a continental soldier? What if your butt was gone?
And dance to the rhythmic music of Lenny and the Squigtone. I'm Lenny. And I'm the Squigtone. And that's Max. This song is called Night After Night, and it's about 2 nights in a row. Night after night, I held you in my arms.
Darling.
Night after night, I sampled all your tones.
Night after night, wow.
Lately I can tell you're marching to a wedding bell.
Yeah.
I only wanna do what's right.
But who wants to look at the same broad night after night? Night after night.
Night after night. Night after night. I'll treat you like a queen.
Darling.
Night after night. 'Cause you were 17.
Night after night, wow.
And your birthday rolled around.
Wow.
So you let me go to town. Now I've lost my appetite.
'Cause even true love can be boring night after night. Night after night. We have nothing in common, girl, you know that's a fact.
I'll think of you and smile,
darling.
Night after night, but only for a while.
Night after night, wow.
Then I'll find me someone new.
Wow.
Who won't be someone dumb like me. To fight.
It won't make me sleep on the sofa night after night. Night after night. Night after night.
There be Lenny and a Squigtone requested from the Mail of E with Night After Night. Let's go right back to the phones for about one more quickie, if we can.
I would love to hear Poisoning Pigeons in the Park. Thanks.
Spring is here, a suffering is here. Life is Skittles and life is beer. I think the loveliest time of the year is the spring. I do, don't you? Of course you do. But there's one thing that makes spring complete for me, and makes every Sunday a treat for me. All the world seems in tune on a spring afternoon when we're poisoning pigeons in the park. Every Sunday you'll see my sweetheart and me as we poison the pigeons in the park. When they see us coming, the birdies all try and hide, but they still go for peanuts when coated with cyanide. The sun's shining bright, everything seems alright when we're poisoning pigeons in the park. We've gained notoriety and caused much anxiety in the Audubon Society with our games. They call it impiety and lack of propriety and quite a variety of unpleasant names. But it's not against any religion to want to dispose of a pigeon. So if Sunday you're free, why don't you come with me and we'll poison the pigeons in the park? And maybe we'll do in a squirrel or two while we're poisoning pigeons in the park. We'll murder them all amid laughter and merriment, except for the few we take home to experiment. My pulse will be quickening with each drop of strychnine we feed to a pigeon. It just takes a smidgen to poison a pigeon in the park.
You can never be gone wrong when you have a little Tom Lehrer or a lot of Tom Lehrer on your side. A Tom Lehrer with poisoning pigeons in a park. We've enjoyed our requests. I appreciate them so very much. They sometimes send me in directions I would never have thought to go on myself. And for that, I say thank you. And with that, on a note, make sure you be calling in 323-HEAVE-HO, or that translates to 323-432-8346. From all the calls from all of us here to all of ye, make sure you call in, or you never know what you be getting. Now, we got to deal with the witching hour. It will be upon us momentarily, and it will be special.
Hey, yo, here's your swords back. You better sharpen it, 'cause it's pretty dull. Who knew jellyfish had such bony bits? I sings now. I get up, and nothing gets me down. You got it tough? I've seen the toughest around. And I know, baby, just how you feels. You got to roll with the punches and get to what's real. Can't you see me standing here? I got my back against the record machine. I ain't the worst that you've seen. I can't you see what I mean? Might as well jump. Might as well jump.
Aye. I
Go
be
ahead
hoping
and
she be
jump.
jumping every time she gets
ahead
off to
and
the
jump.
side of the ship. Oh, please,
Hey,
just
you,
jump.
who said that? Baby, how you been? You say you don't know. You won't know till you begin. So can't you see me standing here? I got my
Well,
back
we've
against
all been tortured well enough. Good night.
So just chill till the next episode.